Hello everyone, this is Corey and you're on the Soul Seekers Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Let's look at the question about what important message does your soul have for you right now. Yeah, what does your soul need you to know right now? And we're going to start with this oracle deck to have 3 piles to choose from. Alright, so please use your intuition to determine which of the 3 piles you're most drawn to. And if you feel drawn to more than one, then by all means, go with whatever your gut's telling you. Okay, so pile number 1 is number 22, card 22. Joy in the in-between. So somebody's in the in-between, between this and between that, something. Pile 2, we have Call Back Your Power, card number 15. Okay, someone might be struggling with regaining your own sense of personal power. And card number 3, we have pile number 3, pardon me, card number 2, the Seer of Nature, grounding, authenticity, and abundance. Seer of Nature. So somebody loves nature, loves to be out in it, loves to engage with it, loves to just spend time out in nature. Well, that's what I get initially from the three different card messages, so we'll see what happens when we start pulling more oracles and the tarot. Okay, so if you don't use your intuition to pick the pile, we're going to use a number. Pile number 1's got number 4 and number 6. Pile number 2 has got 2 and 3. So in whatever combination that works for you, or just solely by themselves, the number resonates with you for some reason. You might be born on the July 1st or just July with the number 1. Not July, January 1st, or just the 1st of the month or something like that. However it works for you. Now if it's not a number, then you might want to choose a pile with your zodiac sign. Let's find out. There's 4 there, 4 here, and the last 4 for pile 3. So for pile 1 we have Gemini and Scorpio. And we've got Aries and Libra. That's pile 1. Pile 2, we have Capricorn and Sagittarius. And we have Aquarius and Leo. Pile number 3, we have Taurus and Pisces, with Cancer and Virgo. Okay, those are your 3 piles to choose from. Take your time and I'll get back with you right away. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. We're going to be exploring what important message does your soul have for you right now. And you've chosen pile number 1, this card number 22, Joy in the In-Between. If you did not choose it with your intuition, you chose with the number. We have 4 and 6 for the number. So in whatever combination or solely by itself, the number stands out to you, 64 or 46 or just 4 and 6. And if it wasn't that way, you chose it through your zodiac. And we have Gemini, Scorpio, and we have Aries and Libra. Okay, so these are the oracle decks we're using and the tarot deck here. So we're looking at what important message your soul has for you right now. What is it that your soul would like very much for you to know? Okay. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit is going to guide us through this. And I'm choosing a major arcana to start off with a mini tarot to help clarify it. This one here. Okay. And then we have the Lenormand, the Pixie Lenormand. And it's got a little extra special meaning, so I'll probably read that one. Let me bring the book out before I forget. There we go. And then we have a rune. with just some regular oracle decks. And the last one is the Alice in Wonderland deck. This one here. Do not drink poison. That's a good idea. Okay. By the way, please like and subscribe if you find that the video, whichever one you're listening to, resonates for you. Okay, so what we have for Major Arcana, we have the Devil. Very interesting. Do not drink poison. Offered to you by the devil, like the sheep and lambs, or the, what is it, the wolf and lamb's clothing kind of presentation of the situation with the Magician to clarify that. So you have all the resources you need to overcome any kind of toxic situation, or what I'm getting is like an addiction or a habit, some kind of habit, either through a habit, the type of person you're attracted to, a habit of doing something that's not good for you, or behaving in ways that are, detrimental to somebody else, or not good for other people, your kids, family members, friends, just society at large kind of thing. And the Lenormand, we have the heart, okay? So there's a lot of love here that the oracle is talking about. And then we have the Algiz rune, number 15, and we'll look at that too as well. And then you have Wonder. That's a beautiful card. Look at that, looking up at the moon. The moon's looking back, wondering. Wonder. That's a beautiful card. And we have Do Not Drink Poison, number 8 for Alice in Wonderland. Wonderland is advising you to no longer do what is not in your best interest. That's nice how the devil cards come out and they synchronize that way. You have people in your life who you keep giving time and space to, despite knowing you will suffer afterwards due to their unkindness, their lies. Poison does not only come in bottles, it comes in the form of others who hurt us. Again and again, let me go. Or let them go. Pardon me, I don't know why I said let me go. Let them go. You will be astonished at the energy you will have once you remove unhealthy influences from your life. So it's kind of a Freudian slip when I said let me go. You might be feeling as though that person that was, I said, that you have a habit of attracting people into your life that are not good for you, relationships that are not good for you. That poison, right? And it's let me go. You might be feeling as though maybe this person, you wanna not be with them anymore. Maybe you've started the process of separating from them, removing your presence, or at least removing their presence from your life. And they're not going to make it easy for you. Maybe telling you how much they love you and that they couldn't live without you, stuff like that. Or they just might be being more toxic. Kind of serious in the sense that they do not want to let you go, and that they might harm themselves if you leave them. Whatever the situation is, it's not good. It's a toxic relationship, toxic situation, and you might be feeling like you're stuck. It's what it comes down to. You might be feeling like you're stuck with this person, even if you were to live in a different residence or not see them anymore. They're still going to be following you around and bothering you, basically showing up at work, that sort of thing, and just proclaiming their love to you, and that they can't live without you and whatnot. Whatever the situation is, you are feeling as though you kind of have your hands tied with them, that there's really no escape from them. And it could be something, when I say no escape from it could be anything from just feeling like you can't emotionally detach from them to I can't physically get away from them. That they're always going to be in my life somehow because they won't leave me alone. That kind of thing. But your heart was invested in it, in the relationship. Let's find out what the Pixie Lenormand has to say about the heart. This is 24. It looks at it in a little bit different way because it's got different depictions of landscape and whatnot, symbols in it. 24. That's 16. Okay, we got a little ways to go. At 25, we're getting there. Okay. 24, which adds up to 6, which is, love and family. So, positive. This card is a positive card. At least it starts that way, right? For this reading. Affection, joy, attraction, courage, feelings, emotions, flirtation, love affairs, passion, and relationships. The full meaning is this card is the card of emotions and matters of the heart. Not only things here are romance, feelings and affections for those around you come into play. Yeah. Okay. And then if it was paired with other symbols that we don't have here, like heart and dog, it would be like a best friend situation. For love, it's an emotional connection, a feeling of being in heaven or in a perfect situation. Yeah, let's see here. The image origins, among the most famous images from Pamela's tarot deck is the Three of Swords. Right? The Three of Swords. Heartbreak. Here the heart has healed and is ready to accept the love it deserves. Under the heart is the lush garden from the Queen of Pentacles. So feeling very, very abundant and thriving, feeling good. Let's see, Queen of Pentacles with a serene pond of water made up from the Ace of Cups. Yep, creating a wonderful nurturing garden to grow new love. So at one time, you were really, really in love with the person, and you may still very much be, but also know that it's not a good relationship for you. And then we have the Algi's Rune, number 15, which is elk. It means elk. It's a choice, different path, advice from higher forces or from intelligent people. There is no choice. There is only one way. One must submit to fate. So you've got an elk rune here, which symbolizes the advice or guidance from someone who is looking in from outside, not really truly involved, but in this case, this is coming from your soul, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your soul. Okay, so we've got there's a person that is poison to you. The relationship is poison to you. It's not good for you, and you are like your soul is telling you that you have all the resources you need in order for you to get away from this attachment, this unhealthy attachment in this relationship. So what it's saying is that there's joy in the in-between. So you're going to find that between you feeling stuck and with this person in the relationship, whatever the relationship is to you, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic one. It could be a love, friendship, or a love, love platonic, or a love family kind of connection, where it is like you might be living with your, roommate is your best friend, or your roommate is a friend of your best friends, or roommate is your sister or your brother or somebody else, who you live with, spend a lot of time with, whatever, and they want your attention all the time. They want to spend time with you. And it seems that perhaps maybe they're very jealous of other people taking up your time and energy. But in whatever your story is, it's not good for you. And this is what the soul wants to point out to you. You may very well know that. So what the deal is that the soul is saying, you have everything that you need in order for you to be able to release yourself from this situation, this pain, this heartache possibly, right? You have, you know the truth. You know what's going on, and that it's not good. You know the truth. That's the sword. You have the motivation because you know if it's anything at all, it's like fear-based motivation where it's like, I'm afraid that this is not going to go well for me, and it could just simply be as mundane as it's an emotional an emotional breakup, which is going to make you feel like you're going to know that you're going to be crying and or angry or just being depressed for a while, right? Who wants to go through that, right? By breaking up with somebody. But it could be just something as mundane as that, or something as like you're afraid of what they can do to themselves. That you just need to get away from this person so you don't feel responsible for them trying to harm themselves. Now, if someone is trying to harm themselves, or they tell you that they're trying to harm themselves, as a mental health counselor, I tell you to go to an authority person right away to at least report that this is what this person is saying, has been saying to you, threatening to you, okay? That they'll harm themselves, if that's the situation, okay? Otherwise, you've got cup, you've got the ability to love. Obviously, it says right here, you have the ability to love deeply, and so love yourself, and you will find others. You'll find someone else who's going to love you in a very healthy way, who's going to want to be with you, spend time with you, but not monopolize your life, right? And then you have the Pentacle, which is that you have the ability to, physically get yourself somewhere else. You could be living, if you're living with this person, you may want to move in with your parents for a while, or move in with another roommate, or just move out and live on your own. But you have the resources for that. And what the divine is saying here with this card is that you're going to start feeling relief as soon as you put you put a divide or a separation between you and this person. As soon as you do that, you take that action, whether it's something you got to tell that person, I'm leaving, or I want you to move out, or we shouldn't be friends anymore, we shouldn't be romantically involved anymore, I don't feel like this relationship with you is good for me, good for us, good for the kids, if there's kids involved, that kind of thing. It's not good. So as soon as you're able to let the other shoe drop, to express what it is what direction you want to go, it's going to make you feel a sense of relief. But yeah, it's going to be you're going to be being pulled back and forth. It's like sense of relief to a bit of dread or emotional upset or fear, to a sense of relief that you're not with this person, that you've already said it, they know what your intentions are, and you've got that out of the way, kind of thing. So the joy in between is that you're going to find that sense of joy, that relief, okay? Because right now you're not fully out of the place of being with this, in this situation with this toxic person, okay? And what the divine is saying, that once you release yourself from this, it'll be like a sense of wonder. You'll start looking at your life in a different perspective, from a different perspective, because you'll be seeing things, and possibly when you meet other people, another person that you might be attracted to or friends with, or a different family member kind of thing that you decide to let into your world kind of thing, like to confide in them about what was happening between you and another family member. You're going to start feeling, seeing the world through different eyes, through different lenses, right? And it's going to give you some hope, wondering that there is actually a better relationship or a better situation for you, and that you do not have to be shackled with the toxicity, the poison that's coming from the other person, or just the dynamics of the relationship itself. Okay, because you might be someone who fights back. Like, you might be somebody who, you might be a lot of arguments and conflict between the two of you, and they're trying to impose their agenda on you or intentions on you, and you're just saying, might be a lot of arguments about no, you're not doing that, I won't have this, you can't do that, that kind of stuff. So once you get yourself out of that, no more arguments, right? No more conflict, because you've separated yourself from that very unhealthy situation, relationship. So let's find out from Tarot more about your story. That's what I'm getting. Archangel Michael, please share with us more about pile number 1 story. We have the 8 of Cups. Yeah, that's walking away. 8 of Cups. See the cups are here? And right there. And so forth. There's more in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think. But there's 8. It's just not very clear in these cards. So the 8 of Cups, as you have made a decision to walk away from an investment, a love investment, an investment of love, in whatever way that works, platonic, family, lover. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah. As you ready for the battle. Like I said, you might be somebody who is doesn't take any guff kind of thing, or is at least trying to defend your space and your time and energy from someone else trying to monopolize it and taking charge over you, trying to control you in some way. With the Hangman, that's giving you that other perspective we talked about, that you are having a look at what it is that you're seeing, how your life has been in this situation that you're in, to what the resources are, moving yourself from between that situation to a different situation where you're going to be able to see things in a hopeful, life can be a whole lot different. And I've been with this person long enough to see that there is hope to have a different life, a different relationship than what I have been experiencing with this other person in this toxic situation. And so you're gaining a new perspective with wisdom, because there always comes wisdom when we're looking at things differently. It's because of the wisdom that we're looking at things differently. You might be feeling stuck. You might be feeling like you're sacrificing your well-being and your happiness at this point in time, but you're gaining wisdom about what it is that you see. You're seeing things in a different light, in a different way. And so you're having the ability to be able to say, I see more clearly now. I see more clearly now, which allows me to say, I see what I've been having to put up with this person, being in this relationship with them, and seeing now that there is life beyond this person, right? And then we have the Four of what? Wands. Yes, Four of Wands. That's what that is. It's Four of Wands. Yeah, so that's you moving out. It's you. I mean, because that's kind of like a moving in card, but it's you. You either are moving out to move in with someone else, or get your own place. Your own place. It's usually you're going to be with the rabbits. It's usually you're living with others. You'd be moving in with someone else so that you can create a family situation. But this does not have to represent your situation. It's just that you are leaving that situation to put a better roof over your head, a different roof over your head that you can then celebrate with others. You might be taking on a new roommate, or meeting somebody again. You might be meeting somebody who is someone that you're going to be interested in living with, and so forth. So it's all very, very good. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Well, guess what? Look at her. She's just sitting there, feet up on the couch, out in nature, enjoying herself with the fruits all around her of what she's been able to achieve in her life, her or him. And so you're going to be feeling so much more independent than maybe there was a codependency going on here. You're feeling so much more independent, in control of your life now. And the person that you're choosing to move in with is not necessarily somebody that you're going to be like romantically involved with, so that you're not be committed to them. Just committed to the living arrangement with this person, whether that's another family member, a friend, or a romantic partner. You're going to be feeling like I've got things. If there's anything that this situation, because you've got a new perspective and you've stepped into the Queen of Wands energy of meaning business, like taking action. I mean business. It's about taking care of me, the Queen of Wands, right? Taking care of me. I don't back down. I do what I need to do in order to make sure that things are the way they should be, at least according to me. And if it's not hurting anyone else or myself, then that's just the way it should be. And that's the Queen of Wands attitude. That I am very strong, and I'm able, with the Magician card telling us, I am able to be bold enough to make bold moves. Yes. And so you were bold enough to leave something behind, an emotional investment you made in some kind of situation, relationship. And so that's what you've done, or you're doing. And you've seen things from a different viewpoint, and you're ready to say, you know what, I need a new dig, and I either need to get this one out from underneath my roof, and so that I can invite somebody else in, to help pay rent or a mortgage, or just at least the utilities, right? And that you're feeling really quite strong, quite independent. You're doing okay. You're doing better than okay. The Nine of Pentacles coming out, that's saying you're dependently moving on and taking charge of your life. It's Queen of Wands. Then we have the Six of Swords. Yes, you are moving into calmer waters, emotional waters. You got the Six of Swords, which is all the wisdom that you're taking with you from the situation that caused you to have to find a solution to a problem, which was the rough waters, right? You're finding the solution to be able to calm, bring some peace into your life. And so that's you moving into calmer water, having found a solution. And that solution is simply that you just moved out, or moved away, or you packed their bags, put them out on the front doorstep and changed the locks, kind of thing. Whatever the situation. And here's a king of swords. Wow. King of Swords energy. This is black and white energy. This is like there's no emotion here. This is black and white. This is you standing charge as a Queen of Wands in King of Swords energy. King of Swords energy can also mean that you actually had to, you engaged in a legal pursuit, hiring a lawyer to help make this separation, or if you're divorcing, whatever it is. But it could also mean to someone that if you've got someone who won't leave you alone, you might have hired a lawyer to get they can't come anywhere near you within 100 feet or something like that, kind of order. But if it's not that serious for you, it's just that you are saying, I'm going to be putting my heart away for this situation. Okay? There's only going to be speaking of what's rational, what's practical, and what's right and true from this moment on until this is all put to bed, put to rest. But of course your heart, you're opening it up. When you meet other people, it's just for that person. And we've got the 10 of Cups here. So this is you finding a happy place, happily ever after place, because you have reached a place where you are, like you've grown through this, okay? The soul is telling you, you're growing through this experience. So even though it feels bad, or it feels ugly, or it feels toxic, or just really uncomfortable, your soul is saying, you've got something to look forward to. You will be living in a very emotionally satisfying situation, relationship, whatever it is for you, but you're going to be feeling like you've got this gone out of your life. You're moving away from that. You made the decision to do so. You acted upon it, and you did it in a way that is saying, I'm more important to be happy than to stay in this situation and be unhappy. And this is what's coming, is this. Feeling dependent and very, very strong and courageous. The Queen of Wands, having a new outlook on life with a lot of celebration to look forward to when you start mingling with other people, you know, or maybe cohabitating with other people. But you are with this black and white, like I'm cutting the sword, I'm cutting this person out of my life, cutting them out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And we're looking at the Ten of Cups energy at that point. And the High Priestess. So the soul is saying, tap into me, and I will never lead you wrong. You may feel like you're not seeing the way forward at this time, but you continue to connect with me. Do that, and you are going to be able to know exactly what you should be doing, because it's going to feel right. And then we have the Emperor. Wow. Okay, so this could be you, or this could be the person that you're going to meet. It's going to come into your life. But I feel more like, let's see, we got the Three of Cups here with the King of Pentacles. Is that the King of Pentacles? No, it's the King of Cups. Yeah, it's the King of Cups. See, these things are, this is the Ten of Wands. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. So what we've got here is the Emperor. I feel like this is you. I really do. I feel like you're just feeling so empowered, taking charge, taking control, and saying, you know what? I'm not going to allow myself to sit in a situation where someone else is going to have that kind of control over my happiness. I'm not going to allow that anymore. So you're growing, is what your soul is saying. You're growing. You're taking charge of your life right here. Right here, and this is you saying that it could have been a third-party situation you were in, that you were caught up in, and if it wasn't that, it's just you, you know, like with the Four of Wands here, you're reaching out, you're connecting with old friends maybe, that you kind of put on the back burner because of the relationship, or new friends, and or just friends in general that you have right now. New friends where you're going to be socializing more. Maybe that was something that you just weren't doing when you were in this situation. With that, and then the King of Cups is showing up on your doorstep. Not literally, but it could be. You never know, right? But you're going to be feeling as though everything is good. You've got things under control. You're taking care of you, and that there is no other person to take control of or to take care of other than me. And that's like being very, very, the Emperor is the energy of taking charge, like not backing down. It's kind of like the King of Wands, but more so in the sense I've evolved. I've become very, very strong and powerful in what it is that I've gone through, all the battles I have fought, and the kingdom, which is yourself, that you've had to protect and defend. That you are now in a place where, and this is where you're going, now in a place where you're feeling like you have got the world, or the tiger by the tail, the world in your hands, and you can step out feeling refreshed and brand new with the wonder energy here, looking and seeking for those kinds of experiences with other people, and you end up meeting that you deserve to have, because you've done so much. You've been through so much pain and discord in your life, challenged and struggling with trying to overcome and deal with somebody in a situationship or relationship that was not good for you. You've overcome it. You've continued to maintain your heart of love for yourself, love for your life, knowing that you are able to take whatever pain you were dealing with here and not really allowing it to blemish you to such an extent that you just want to tuck your heart away and never allow it to be seen by another. The soul is telling you you're not going to do that. You're going to continue to be brave and move forward in your life as the Queen of Wands energy, leaving that painful past investment behind, love investment behind. And because you're gaining the wisdom of a new perspective that you're worth every little bit of heartache and fear and and standing up for yourself that you can muster to motivate you to get out of Dodge kind of thing with this situation. And you're just going to be abundant and celebrating, possibly living under a new roof or having someone else living with you to help you make ends meet kind of thing. You're in the Nine of Pentacles energy, you're in the Six of Swords, finding a solution. And the Emperor always finds a solution. Emperor always finds a solution from all those wisdom, the swords of the wisdom, of taking the wisdom with them from the situation. They know how to build a kingdom because they've been there, done that. And they're going to be involving other people in their life. And as you're doing that, putting your heart back out there, keeping this one cut out of your life, this one over here, cut out of your life. Only deal with it if you have to, either through lawyers or just black and white. There's no emotion involved. It's going to be all mind chatter with this person, like mental chatter with this person with no emotion, because you're not stepping back into that with them. And here you've got the Ten of Cups energy on your sleeve, with the High Priestess being tuned in, tapped in, and turned on with your soul, your inner self, right? That knows everything that we at the physical level cannot see. You're meeting your King of Cups, somebody who is very deeply invested and balanced in their emotional makeup, their energy, their what do you call it? It's their emotional quality that they have, that they've integrated. They're emotionally balanced. You have to deal with someone who's going to be toxic on you anymore, doing whatever they do, whatever this one's done, that made you feel not stable, not secure, definitely not happy. So guys, this to me looks like a wonderful thing for your soul to showing you right now that you need it to know right now. So what important message does your soul have for you right now is that you can do this. You have, the most important thing is that your soul is saying you have all the resources. You tap into me, you seek other advice that if you need to help secure you, make you feel safe, or if it's just a friend, or if it's just you, do whatever you need to do in order for you to cut that situation out of your life and move forward, because you've got so much to look forward to, and meeting somebody who is going to be endearing themselves to you, and you're going to be very happy about it. Okay, so that's what your soul wants you to know. So don't be afraid. Talk to people, get somebody who can help you legally if you need that. Just step out and do what you need to do to find your strength, your courage, your sense of loving for yourself. Like I got to do what I got to do for me, right? And your kids, if you got kids with this situation. But you're going to move forward feeling very, very strong and courageous, moving into an independent status. And things are looking good for you, looking up for you. You just got to take that. But you're really wanting to do it, whether you're doing it right now or not. I have a feeling that you are trying to take the steps, at least even just thinking about the steps in your mind right now. But you are in between, having left this emotionally already. With the Eight of Cups, you've left this emotionally. You've taken your heart out of it. Okay, that's where the King of Swords has come from. And so it's a matter of you making the physical separation from this person. Emotionally, done. But they might also be playing mind games with you, so it could be a mental, but it's a physical thing too. You just kind of have to get to the point where you're not seeing this person anymore in any place, like at work, family gatherings, social activities, events, and stuff like that. You're going to be literally cutting them out of your life. So that part will be done with, too, as well as your emotional part. And when you cut them out physically and emotionally, They might still try and play mental games on you, but it's not going to be nearly as effective, because you can shut them up by literally not talking to them or listening to them, ignoring them. Yeah. Do it though safely, right? Always. So like and subscribe, please, if this if this resonated with you. So take care of yourself. Bye for now. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. We're looking at what important message does your soul have for you right now. And you've chosen Pile 2 card number 15, Call Back Your Power. The lightning strikes, call back your power. May have felt lately that you have been giving away your power, and you are now calling it back. So you're empowering yourself. Now, if you didn't choose your pile through your intuition, you chose with the number. So you got 2 and 3. Could be 23 or 32, 2 or 3. Or if it's not that, it's your zodiac sign. We have Capricorn and Sagittarius, with Leo and Aquarius. Okay, guys, so these are the oracle decks I've chosen for today. We're going to start with the Major Arcana card and find out Archangel Michael, what Major Arcana wants to come out for this reading. Speak to us. And then we have the tarot, little tarot, to help clarify the card. Lenormand, Pixie Lenormand. The rune, Norse rune, Norwegian woodcut runes, it says. And some regular oracles. Last one, Alice in Wonderland. What do I got going on here? Okay. I was looking to see if they were turned the other way. They weren't. This is the one. Impossible Things, card number 34. I always see number 34 as being like the Holy Spirit. Impossible Things. Okay. Let's start. We got that. Call back your power. With the Sun. Yeah, that's being empowered, isn't it? The Sun card. Let's see, we've got, the 10 of Wands. Yeah, laying your burdens down to find your power, to be happy again, to be feeling strong and in control and capable of letting go of whatever it was that you needed to put down. And feeling kind of maybe like seeing that with the clouds parting, because you're laying down these heavy burdens, you're seeing the sun and it's kind of giving you hope. It's making you feel as though you are a very, very powerful person, as long as you allow yourself to be guided, kind of thing. And then we have the Bear card. The Bear card is all about that. Really, it's about pursuing, like persevering, and pushing through to feel the strength within yourself, the kind of strength that you have naturally within you. It's like a mother bear too, that protects and protects their babies, right? Their little bears. And anyways, they are very, very powerful in that energy. Let's find out from the Pixie what that is. I'm bringing the books out so I don't forget. Then we got Fae, who's like Freya, isn't it? Freya, number 1. We got some sheep here. Sheep there. Okay, so we'll read those in a moment. And then we have Sea. Yeah, Sea. Look at all those like little munchkins. They're like, remind me of the McDonald Land, those little characters, fluffy characters in McDonald's. Sea. So you're seeing something. I mean, you can see very well when the sunlight is out. So that is very good to see. is then we got the impossible things, to see that you can do anything that might seem like it's impossible to do. What if you were to practice believing in the impossible? What could you achieve? Financial breakthroughs, relationship bliss, and physical healing. This card urges you to devote yourself to something that seems out of reach. Dedication steadily brings the impossible closer. And what is impossible, what seems impossible, to be able to clearly see that it's not. Yeah, wow, the impossible things. So for the bear, that's number 15. Let's have a look what that says. Getting there. 15, the bear. Positive energy. Keywords is boss, finances, force. That's a force, yeah. Jealousy, management, money, official person, salary, overbearing, and protection. This is a card of money and personal finances. Look to this card when you need information about your income, salary, or cash flow issues. Bears are not fast, so these are long-term investments or larger purchases. Bears are protective and nurturing, so these are things you should be considering for the future. So if it's in love, it's a new relationship at work or in your related field. It could also indicate someone who is looking to disrupt your current relationship. Career, be accomplishing things at work or in your business world. The image origins is a difficult card to create. Much of the bear is made up of artwork taken from the lion on the strength card. Adding weight to the background are the familiar mountains from the Fool card. And the ledge the bear stands on comes from the Page of Swords. Yeah, very good. So it is somebody who has got a bright future, moving forward in strength and courage, having cut out something, let something down, put it down, put the burden down. If this is financial, could be financial, most definitely, but it could be in love as well. So you are definitely looking at starting something brand new and being moving forward with force, in the force of that strength, the strength card of the tarot in here. The strength is your force. You are bossing up, you're taking care of your situation and your status moving forward, that you're just not going to stay in a situation where you're waiting for someone to change, waiting for someone to come around, just waiting for things to get better, but just like waiting for things to get better, kind of on their own, but still hanging on to something, maybe hanging on to a past, hanging on to a person, but it's still trying to move forward in a positive way. You were at one time trying to move forward in a positive way, but with still the old way of doing things, old mindset, old beliefs that I can't be in this situation without that. I can't be in this relationship with. I can't be happy without that person in my life. Whatever it is to you, okay? The Feu card is number 1, and it is. Oh, that's different language. Can't read that language. Okay, Feu, wealth, is sometimes translated as cattle. That doesn't look like cattle to me. That looks like sheep. Okay, wealth, money, work, pleasure, realization of dreams and wishes, food, and sex. Lost opportunities, failures, losses, emptiness. Okay, so this has to do with wealth. Wealth, yeah, money, work, pleasure, realization of dreams and wishes. The Venus is closely linked with money as it is with love, right? And it seems to me that when we are hanging on to something with the Ten of Wands, that's become a burden because things are not working out the way you had hoped they would, but you keep hanging on to it, keep carrying the burden of it. Oh, they'll come back, or they'll change, whatever it is. You keep carrying the burden of it. It kind of what it does is that love, which is maybe not necessarily a healthy love anymore, it could be a bit toxic, obsession kind of thing, it's kind of keeping you from being able to release the energy that needs to go for that part of Venus to, to let the love of someone or something go, so that Venus can show up in your life in the energetic way of new love, and therefore new, wealth. That your life is going to become more prosperous and abundant. And wealth is not just money, it's also it's health, it's career, it's work, it's relationships, family, friends, lover relationships, and finances, right? So you're going to be so much more wealthier when you let go of the very thing that's kind of become like a ball and chain to you, kind of holding you back, hanging on. And it's just it could be a mindset, or it could be somebody who is just making life really to that point difficult for you to move on from, because they promise, and sometimes they come through, most times they don't. And their promises are weak, and they've got many holes in them, and so forth and so on. But you keep wanting to work on the relationship, wanting to stay there, wanting to put your hope and your trust and faith in that things will turn around, things will get better, but they don't. And you finally got to the point where you said, I've become enlightened, I see things, I see what I've been doing, I see things more clearly, I've got to let this go. And as you let this relationship or this situation go, you end up seeing even more clearly, which is the Sea card, right? You see what it is that you did not see before. So it's kind of like you're in a hangman energy, where you had been sacrificing and feeling stuck, but by letting the burden go, the pressure of you might be feeling pressured by this person or others to stay. Let's say you're married, right? And your parents and your whole family love the person that you're with, but you see them differently behind closed doors, right? That they do not see, because he or she does not behave that way in front of them. So they have really no proof that whatever you might complain to them is actually true, or it's just you just complaining. You just complaining, and you just wanting to get out of something. And they're saying, no, you're married. Marriage is sacred, and you got kids, and what are you going to do with it if you leave their father or mother behind? It'd be just a lot of people trying to get you to see things their way, but you're now saying, and that's become a burden to you, because now you're basically living your life according to others, their expectations, right? Or you're just your own expectations, and you're starting to see how you've been letting yourself down, how you've been creating your own unhappiness by being very, very, stubborn about saying goodbye to something, letting something go, so that you can move on and be happy. And now you're saying, I'm just so tired of waiting for things to get better. I'm just so tired of waiting for this person to come back. I'm just tired of waiting for the signs that things are going to turn around for us, that I'm going to be able to be with this person and it's going to be a happily ever after. I'm tired of waiting for that. How much longer I need to wait for that? How much older do I need to be before I finally say, I'm old enough and mature enough and wise enough to say, hey, if it ain't happened yet, it's not likely going to happen. And so who do I need to take care of now? Well, me, of course. Who do I need to make happy now? Well, it's me, of course. I've got to be happy. It's not about the other person only being happy. It's not only about the other person being happy. I need to be happy here, and I don't feel very happy in this situation. I need to push forward. I need to make changes. I need to persevere and find my own, my own sense of well-being, my own sense of prosperity and abundance, of just being wealthy in every area, like in every sense, feeling wealthy and looking at what I thought was impossible to do for me, it is possible. Hey, I might even become financially independent by walking away from a situation that's been holding me back or dragging me down. This is what you're seeing. Very good. Okay, so we got the tarot. I don't think I've shuffled it. I did pre-shuffle. Let's see. Pile number 2, Archangel Michael. What do we have to expand upon this empowering reading for pile number 2? You're, grabbing back your own personal power from having given it away to the relationship or to this other person. We've got the 8 of Swords. Yeah, you have been stuck in a ruminating that if I give up on this, then it's not ever going to happen. If I give up on this, it's never going to happen, because my energy will be going elsewhere. Therefore, I'll be changing things for me if I give up on this. If I don't give up on this, then I'm going to continue to stay in this. I'll never know for certain, or I'll never see the day when it comes, because I keep waiting for it. And as I keep waiting for it, the wisdom that comes from this is, as we wait for something, we're basically pushing it away. When we no longer wait for it, and we rest in our beingness, like to just be happy, to be at peace, not trying to force a situation or force another person to be with us in a certain way. This is something that is going around in your head, around, rumination, they call it. Been ruminating, basically keeping yourself stuck. Maybe you have been seeking tarot card readings about the situation you're in with this person, and your soul is saying, you by doing this, you're basically keeping the what you don't want alive, and by not seeing how you're giving your power away to this, you are keeping what you don't want alive. And very much you just keep getting what you don't want. You keep getting what you don't want because you're attracting that. And then things do look like it's an impossible thing. It's not ever going to happen. It's whatever you want happen, but it's not going to happen. I just see that it's not happening. I see this not. It doesn't matter how long I wait, how long I pray for it, how long I wish for it. It's still not happening. Why is it not happening, right? And so then you've got the Empress energy, which is you giving birth to a new idea, a new way of being, feeling hopeful and alive, having let go of your past burdens, seeing things for the way they are, and saying, you know what, I am a very powerful person as an Empress. That's an evolved individual, somebody who has taken back their power from whatever circumstance, situations they've been in, that they've let their power be under the control of someone else or some situation that you might have been in. You are saying, I'm no longer doing that. I'm empowered. I've empowered myself. I have a brand new world in me to give birth to right here. Yes, and that's going to include all the wisdom of what it is that I did before and didn't experience that I wanted to experience, realizing it was because I wouldn't let it go that I didn't experience it. That's the reason why I didn't experience it. I was pushing on it all the time, pushing on it by holding on to something that wasn't working for me. Holding on to something that was not working for me. You keep holding on to something that's not working for you, it's going to continue not work for you. So then we have the Seven of Wands. This is you putting up some healthy boundaries, saying, okay, I'm living my life differently. When you put up boundaries, it means you've evolved. Well, we already know that you've evolved into the Empress energy. Seven of Wands is saying that life is still going to continue to try and poke sticks at you, like people below you, but you're at a higher advantage now. You see things more clearly now. I mean, you got the sun here, right? That's really illuminating everything. You got the Sea card. And that's allowing you to see things that once looked impossible to you are not any longer. You have the ability, the strength and the courage to move through it and to to see how wealthy you are in ways that's allowing you to feel strong and capable. And I'll say I'm standing my ground. I'm going to continue to allow myself to think in a different way than I was before, where I was always hoping something was going to happen, things were going to be changed, that sort of thing, and it didn't. Then feeling let down about that. I'm not going to allow myself to feel like that anymore. I'm not going to be in that energy anymore. And then the Page of Swords, you've got, like the bear, you've got the Page of Swords, where you are cutting something that was not your truth out of your life, cutting someone out of your life, cutting some situation or circumstances out of your life. You are just saying, I am seeking the truth. I'm seeking higher ground. I have grown and gained so much wisdom. I have erected some very healthy boundaries, so that I will only be accepting what I will only accept certain things. And there will be things that I will not accept. So I'm going to be clear on that. And this person comes back into my life, they're going to know. They're going to be facing my healthy boundaries. Okay, if someone that's in your life, they're going to know that they can't, pull the wool over your eyes anymore. That you are. Like there's no more blindness here because of love. There's no more blindness. You are quite clear that you've got the taste of clarity, and you're letting the old way of being uncertain and feeling helpless and feeling at times hopeful, but then your hope is dashed. It's called a constant roller coaster up and down in the emotions. You're saying no more of that, cutting that out, and I'm looking forward to a life of whatever new world I'm birthing now, of being strong and courageous and ready to do whatever is right and necessary for me. You got the Five of Wands, that's conflict and chaos. And you got the Two of Swords. Yeah, so there is a lot of chaos in your life, or conflict. You felt conflict, right? Again, that confliction of feeling like, what if I let this go, then it'll never happen. I can't let this go because I want this to happen. You know, that inner conflict. You might have been in conflict with this person or with other people, like I said, your family and friends saying, oh, he or she is such a great person, like you're married, right? It takes work to make a marriage, a good marriage, this kind of talk, right? And so you were like kind of reticent about making a decision about, because you had so much opposition and resistance from other people, even from yourself, about making a decision to move on, that you just kind of put the blindfold on and said, I'm just not going to make a decision. I'm going to sit in this. I don't care how beat up I feel with the Five of Wands energy. I'm just going to sit in this because, again, if I don't put any energy in it, it's not going to happen. And if it doesn't happen, I won't be happy. So I got to keep putting energy into it, pushing, keep putting energy in it, because if I keep pushing hard enough, it's kind of like if I keep worrying hard enough about something, it's eventually going to crack, and I'm going to feel better. I don't have to worry anymore. But it doesn't work that way, because worrying or thinking that you just got to push a little harder just ends up pushing it further away. You got the Nine of Wands, but this is you, is standing in this energy of I'm a wounded warrior. I've been beat down by this whole situation, this relationship issue, whatever, but I am also ready to not give up and persevere forward, moving forward for my own well-being. You have the Lovers, because you have a choice to make. You have a choice. You can either choose to stay in this situation or move on and possibly meet someone else that you will actually have a really great relationship with. That you can actually physically cohabitate with, if it's somebody that you're wanting to come back from the past. Obviously, you haven't been having a physical relationship with them, not now. So it could be that, right? You could be having a great physical relationship with somebody who's here with you physically. You're not waiting anymore. And then they've got the magician, because you've got the power and the resources of your decision-making abilities, your ability to to stand up for yourself in truth, seek the truth about this matter, about the situation, to see life in a way that is inspiring to you, that if I let this go with the Eight of Swords, if I were to let this go and get myself out of my own self-imposed prison of what if this, what if that, and if I give up, then it'll never happen. Is that what I really want? I don't want it to happen. If I give up, it's not going to happen, right? You keep thinking about that, and so then you stay in it because of the rumination, of the worries and concerns that you don't give up on somebody. You don't give up on something. And if you do give up on it, then it's it. That's it. It's the end of it. And you're telling yourself that's not what I want. I want to be with this person. So you are being told here that you're moving. Your soul is telling you that you've got all the resources you need to be able to feel inspired and motivated to make different choices in your life. You have the ability, you have the wisdom, the wherewithal. You are fully evolved. I mean, not fully evolved. I mean, we always can continue to evolve, but you're very evolved here. Able, because you made a decision to see things the way they are for you, and they're not the way that you would have them be. And so it's like that insanity thing where we keep doing the same thing but expecting a different result. We got to change what we're doing to have a different result. And if that means letting the burden go, putting things down, then you can expect a new result, and a better one for you. Much better one for you. You got the Seven of Wands, your healthy boundaries. You got the Page of Swords. You may be contacted by someone. It may throw you into denial or inner conflict for a bit, where you're just like, no, I don't want to make a decision. This might be a new person on your path that you're saying, I don't know if I want this with this person because I wanted it with that person, or I don't know if I'm ready, kind of thing. Just some inner conflict about, and basically beating yourself up again, not making a decision, just choosing to put your head in a hole and sitting on the fence, kind of thing. But as beat up as you were as a wounded warrior, you do have the inspiration and motivation, the desire to seek and have what it is that the world has to offer you as the Empress, in the Empress energy. And you've got decision making, you've got choices. You can choose to stay in the rumination and this pain of waiting for something that's not ever going to happen, or at least you think it's going to happen, but it's not going to happen, or you think it's not going to happen, and you just stay in it irregardless. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to sit in it anyways, in my own inner turmoil and conflict. But your soul is telling you have all the resources you need within you. You just have to tune in and tap in to the Emperor energy in you. This is you being balanced now. Empress and Emperor. This could be someone else new coming to you on your path as this other choice right here. Or it's you bossing up too. Is sitting in your masculine energy of taking charge, taking control, and saying, hey, I'm this powerful person that when I make the decision to let something go, that's how much more hopeful and powerful I feel. I'm taking my power back. I'm not giving it to the situation anymore. I'm the Queen of Wands as well. It's you taking control, taking charge, taking control. As the Queen of Wands energy, you are very confident in this energy, independent. You are creative, you're self-assured, you're passionate, and you're determined. You have a lot of charisma, you're vivacious, and you're optimistic. And social butterfly, they say. So you are becoming very, very attractive in your new mindset, your decision of letting the old way of thinking go, that you can do that and still find happiness. Still find happiness. This is your decision with the Judgment card. You're making the decision. It's a final decision, by the way, too. It's absolution. It's a wake-up call to you. You're having an inner calling. The soul is calling to you and saying, you can do this. You can do this, and you're going to be so much happier. Look at the Four of Wands right here. And the Page of Wands. That Queen of Cups, deep devotion with the King of Cups right there. And the Star, wish come true. Wow, guys, I mean, you can't get any better than that, really. You've got the Four of Wands. That's reason to celebrate. Yes, celebration. With the Page of Wands, you feeling like all ignited and feeling motivated and just having so much desire and to live your life now without the heavy burden of the whole mindset of I'm waiting for something or someone, waiting for something to get better, waiting for this relationship to become what I had hoped it would be, and so forth and so on. You're no longer waiting for that now. You just kind of like let that old burden go, and your soul is saying, look at you now. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. Queen of Cups with the King of Cups. There's your perfect match, right? Your perfect match counterpart. Queen and King of Cups, look at you. There is love in your life. You take your power back as the Queen of Wands, Emperor, Empress, and your wish is fulfilled. So whatever you've been hanging on to, that was a wish for you to hang on to, this is the wish that's being granted. This was not what was meant for you. This was only to help you grow and develop, to evolve. So if you're feeling like you're in like a twin flame journey, you may not. It might have just been a very powerful karmic soulmate that came into your life, and it started looking like a twin flamey thing because they did this, that, and the other thing, and they left without notice, that kind of stuff, and you've just been waiting for them to come back. And if it's not that, or you're in a relationship that's karmic, but you thought it was a twin flame relationship, and your soul is trying to tell you the important message is that was a very strong karmic soulmate relationship that you felt like you needed to hang on to because it's your twin flame. It's your twin flame after all. Or it's just somebody that you just feel like you've had past lifetimes with. Well, you might very well have had past lifetimes with, but you also have someone else who this is either going to be you or this is you, however you are in the mix here. But there is somebody who is meant to be in your life, a perfect counterpart that's showing up for you if it's either one of the or. So yeah, that's what your soul's important message is that you let this burden go, you've got all the resources you need, and your wish is going to be granted. As long as you let the rumination and the whole idea, I'm just going to stay where I am, I'm going to refuse to make a decision to move on, to make myself happy, right? Because you got so many people in your life that are kind of obstacles and challenges to get around because of their mindset, their attitudes and opinions about stuff, right? So you start standing up for yourself as an empress with your healthy boundaries towards all these people who are trying to poke sticks at you, taking the initial step with the Page of Swords to seek your truth and to cut away anything that does not serve your better being. With the Nine of Wands, persevering, making that choice to move forward with the resources that you have. You're bossing up as an emperor. You're stepping into your big Queen of Wands shoes. Yes, and taking charge and, persevering forward, having made a final decision that, hey, this has got to be about me. I got to stop wishing for something that was never meant for me. It was meant for me for a reason, but not the kind of reason that this is going to be for you. This is going to be happiness right here. Blissful fulfillment. He gives you his cup and you give him your cup, and it's the Two of Cups. It's a wish granted by the divine. This is the Star is a major arcana card. It has everything about your wish being granted. It's already granted. It's just a matter of you being able to open your eyes to see, and you are doing that. You're taking your power back. You're doing that, so just keep on trucking. Keep on doing. Please like and subscribe. Talk to you again. Bye for now. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. We're going to be looking at the question, what important message does your soul have for you right now? And you've chosen this card for pile number 3. Number 2 is the Seer of nature, grounding, authenticity, and abundance. Being grounded, kind of like the root chakra energy. Okay, I say that because that's very 3D. It's very attached, very grounded in the earth energy. Okay, and if you didn't choose that with your what do you call it? Yeah, okay. I can't think of it right now. Oh my God. You chose with the number 1 or 5, 15 or 51. Intuition is what I was trying to say. If you didn't choose it with your intuition, you chose it with the number. And if not, then you chose it with your zodiac sign. You got Pisces and Taurus. Cancer and Virgo. Okay. And these are the oracle cards I've chosen. Let's go ahead and get started. Major Arcana wants to speak with the tarot, little tarot, to help clarify the major arcana energy. And then we have the Lenormand, Pixie Lenormand. This one says, I want to come out. Yeah, I'm going to get the card out to read that. And same with the ruin. Oh, that's the one with Daga's ruin, number 23, Norwegian woodcut ruins. Okay, and then we have some regular oracles like Alice in Wonderland here. This one wants to come out. It says, I wonder what will happen next. Wow, yeah, grounding, getting yourself grounded. We're already a spirit, right? We're a human being, but we were a spirit before we became human beings. So it's very important to get grounded on the reality, in the reality that we are in. Because if we don't, we're in denial. We're in denial of it, and which makes so many more challenges and obstacles in our life to become happy and feeling grounded and secure and safe in the 3D world where, you know, if we're not grounded, we're kind of like we're denying that money's important, for example, or that friendships or relationships are important. We're denying that, so then we end up feeling challenged and struggling with not having enough money, feeling in the lack all the time. He says because otherwise we're too much in the clouds, our heads in the clouds, as they say. And you may not be purposely have your head in the cloud, but if you're in fear of or resisting through denial of something being important in your life or whatever, then you basically start attracting that fear, whatever you're fearing, whatever you're resisting, whatever you're feeling lack of, that's what we end up attracting more into our life. So we don't have enough money. We fear not having enough money. We're not going to have enough money for this, that, and the other thing. So then the Wheel of Fortune shows up. Then, of course, that's exactly what we're going to experience in our life, is that we're always going to be in fear of not having enough money. So what it boils down to. So the wheel is all about fortune, right? Great fortune, the Wheel of Fortune. Things are lining up for you. Things are turning in your favor now. You are becoming more grounded in the 3D realm as opposed to denying it or resisting it. You're actually you're stepping into an energy of just being okay, not like good to it or okay with it, in the sense that you just accept it as it is, but continue to move forward in ways that speak of you're telling the universe that you're accepting. Yes, I'm in acceptance. However, there always can be better. It always can be better. It's not that it should be better. It's just always can be better. He's got the Ten of Swords here. This is destiny too, energy. Destiny as well as good fortune. But the Ten of Swords here is like you have been sabotaging yourself through that resistance, through the resistance of things should be better. They should be better. It shouldn't be like this. Well, it is. It is until it isn't, right? So if it's a relationship, if it's money, if it's good health, whatever it might be for you, pile number 3, something has been keeping you down, and I imagine it's a mindset, has been throwing you out of balance, just put it that way. And you've got to be in balance when you ride the wheel of destiny, of fortune and destiny. You've got to be in balance. That's your emotional and your mental balance. Emotional and your mental balance has got to be where you are living in that energy of beingness instead of doingness. Your energy of beingness where you are listening to what your desires are. Your mind is listening to your desires, your heart. And your heart is taking cues from your mind. So there's like this balanced communication going back and forth. And the good thing about the 10 of Swords is that 10 is the end, because the 9 of Swords was the end. The 10 allows you, it adds up to 1, right, which is a new beginning, where you're no longer sabotaging yourself, or you're no longer feeling sabotaged by life in general, or by someone else, that kind of thing. We got the Lenormand with the birds. It's messengers, right? That's messages, communication, the birds coming in. And it's 2 birds. I wonder if that has to do with a relationship. Let's have a look. Number 12. 12. That's 12, 13, 14. It's 5. Change. Birds. Neutral. This is the neutral card. It's not positive or negative. Keyword is therapy, gossip, communication, conversation, interview, phone calls, siblings. Full meaning. This is first and foremost a card about conversations with other people. Think about how birds get together and chatter and how that happens in our lives. When this card comes up, be prepared for a lot of phone calls, verbal or electronic communication, and long conversations. The tone of the communication, conversation can be determined by the cards around it. We've got the Daiga's Ruin and then the Seer of Nature. So let's see here. If it's love, it's many conversations dealing with the relationship. Career, it's meetings and a lot of back and forth communication. The characteristics or the qualities of this is flighty and social, maybe a bit on the gossipy side. The image is the 2 birds swoop in from another Pamela's publishing projects called The Green Sheaf, issue 7. The background is built off the strength card. So there's strength in conversation, in communication, which lends its enduring energy to the image for all those long conversations that will be happening. So you have to find the energy and the strength to persevere in the face of communication and conversation, because there's going to be a lot of that going on. Yeah, wow. I just kind of feel like you are destined to, you're on the path of releasing releasing the idea that, I just keep getting from Archangel Michael, releasing the idea of pushing against what isn't, and it's all about what is. Accepting of what is. It is what it is, as they say. Just, kind of like bite the bullet and just keep persevering, keep moving on, keep on trucking, as they say. Number 23, the Daga's Ruin. That dog. Daylight. Oh, it's daylight. Sudden changes for the better. Gaining happiness, understanding the events around you. So you're going to be doing a lot of communicating with people that is going to have you seeing things are going to be improving for you. There's sudden changes for the better. So keep your eyes out for something that just suddenly changes. You're going to think back to this tarot card reading that I was told that was going to happen, pile number 3. So you're going to understand things better of what's going on, the events around you, stuff like that. So a lot of communication. You're going to be talking to somebody or people or group or through your work. It's going to be conversation that has to do with moving forward in a grounded way so that you are feeling a lot more hopeful and a lot less lacking. There's going to be a lot of talk about how things can get better, is what I'm getting for you overall, not to mention with the other people that you will be communicating with. They might just be confidants or people that you just kind of chew the cud with, and tell them about what's going on with you and how you feel like, how you've been feeling like things have just not been as good as you had expected them to be. And now you're kind of saying, you know what, I just need to get off my high horse and actually kiss the planet and say, let's do this together. Just saying, forgive. So we got the card forgive. It's about forgiving yourself, and not to mention your lot in life, forgiving your circumstances, the situation, forgiving others for who you might be feeling has had a part in or a hand to play in your feeling of not having enough or not being enough. And we got number 2, I wonder what will happen next. That's wonderful. A small part of you is tired with the tidy, the comfortable, and the repetitive. You would rather the adventurous, where you will learn more of who you truly are than you will in this state of sameness amidst people who never ask questions and never venture beyond the comforts of their current life. You want more. Soon you will have an unprecedented opportunity for adventure. This is the very edge of change. Prepare yourself. Oh my God. This is about change. This is about change. This is about change. So yeah, and Wheel of Fortune is about change, obviously, too. Getting yourself grounded in the here and now and what it is. What it is. I am accepting things for what it is, that whoever, it's kind of like that insanity thing. If you continue to beat the same drum and expect other drums to join you in a beautiful melody, or whatever, orchestra, keep beating the same drum without trying other drums, you're going to continue beating the same drum, making the same sound. That's a very terrible analogy, but you keep doing something the same way and expecting a different outcome. And of course, it doesn't work like that, right? You got to change up things. Change up some things, the way you've been thinking and feeling about your situation, in your relationship, in your organization, your work, your money-making ventures, whatever it is for you, your health even. If you keep doing things the same way, but thinking it's gonna, things are going to improve anyways, even if you continue doing this. Say you have a health issue, you need to lose some weight, but you keep eating the same kind of foods that makes you gain weight. It's like you don't want to give up on eating the sugar and stuff that you really enjoy eating. You don't want to give up on that. Nobody does. The last thing in life to really, really enjoy is food, kind of thing. Because you can always, for the most part, have food. You don't have to have someone else to do that with. So you don't want to give up on that one, small pleasure, pursuit of pleasure. But if there's other ways you can find to still enjoy pleasure in eating, you could try doing that, like changing up something, like going from like the pure sugar to, the fake stuff. Or sugar-free or zero sugar. If you like to drink Coke a lot, start drinking zero sugar, zero Coke, One small step, right? Just one small step to get to the point where you might actually try something else that it's got less fat or less sugar in it. But you got to start somewhere. You got to ground yourself. You got to dig your feet in and say, I'm not going to think like this anymore. I'm not going to behave like this anymore. I'm going to try something. I'm going to talk to whoever it is I need to talk to. If it's somebody who's going to help me with a diet, a dietitian, a doctor, a specialist, whatever it is, I'm going to have a lot of conversations with people and friends and family about making some changes in my life. Because I need to change in order for me to be able to see the daylight see that the light of day is coming through all the dark clouds behind the tree. You're going to be able to see what it is that you have been kind of, you've been keeping yourself from, been holding yourself hostage from being able to experience. So it's something that you've got to forgive, that you really have just got to let it go, let it down. Whatever you feel has been sabotaging you, whoever you feel has been sabotaging you, you've got to forgive that. You don't have to say it to them. You don't have to say, I forgive you. You just forgive them in your own mind and move on. Get to a point in your emotional well-being and stability where you can say, that was not a nice experience. That was not nice of them to do this. Wasn't nice of me to be doing that to myself. But you know what? It's done. I don't like it, and I don't have to ever, anticipate or engage in, continue to engage in that kind of eating practice, being with that person, communicating with that person, spending time and energy with that person or this organization. I don't have to. I can just cut my ties with it and move on away from it. I can do that. And then I'm no longer sabotaging my abilities to move forward in healthy ways. Because I'm going to just say, I forgive it for what it was. It was terrible for me, this, that, and the other thing. But I know that if I keep harboring any resentment about it, it's just going to hold me back. And I'm going to continue to stab myself in the back if I don't find a way to release and let go and move on. Move on. Healing the pain of what was so that you can experience what can be. Okay, Archangel Michael, what else we got for pile number 3 in their story? Okay, we've got Page of Swords. That's you setting out a new venture. You may actually receive a message for somebody, but you've got your arrow pointed that you're saying, I'm moving forward, so all I'm doing is seeking the truth. It has to be the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. Let's move these guys up, because these cards sit that way. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Yeah, you might be hearing from somebody who's got a good idea. It's going to help you change your mind about how you're looking forward to your new future. Or add to it. Strength. There's the strength and the ability, right? The courage and the strength to follow your destiny. Your destiny, your soul says your destiny is that your destiny is to be happy and to be filled with great ideas, movement forward, change happening. Nothing is meant to stay the same. In other words, your soul is saying, if you want to see things improve for you, you've got to change something. That's what you got to do. You've got to aim your arrows higher. You've got to find that inner strength and courage to change your diet, to start drinking Coke Zero instead of Coke. Just examples, okay? You just got to change your mindset about what you are feeling like you're lacking. You're not lacking anything. Everything that you want, I know it's easier said than done, but everything that you want to experience is within you, and it takes a mindset. It takes a change in a mindset to see that. And once you see it, then you start feeling its truth well up within you. And that when the truth is starting to feel like it's tangible and real to you, it does seem like it's definitely something that's real. You actually start manifesting it in your life. With the Seven of Pentacles, wow. Seven of Pentacles, you're going to be looking back on it and saying, look what I have done simply by changing my mind, my outlook. See what you've grown in abundance here. You can look back at the past. You're looking at the past of what you've grown. You're going to be able to say, thank God I started changing my mind about these things, because look what I have been able to sow, and I've cultivated and nurtured, and now I have got a harvest to pick from. I am really truly starting to see my way to fortune here, in whatever form it shows up in your life. If it's financial, if it's a relationship, it's better health, or it's you getting that kind of career and education you believe you would like to have and need. 5 of Cups. Otherwise, it's crying over spilt milk, right? The cow's going, huh? What? You just spilled all the milk that you harvested from me. But it's not wasted, because there's cats there. They're drinking it up, and looks like there's plenty of them. So they're going to have the milk. So it's not, even though it's crying over spilt milk, feeling like you have just, been through hell and back, been through the mill, been through the mill, put through some challenging times where you've been feeling very unstable, insecure, not safe, not grounded, right? Not grounded. Feeling insecure, unsafe, lacking, not sure how things are going to work out for you, how you're going to be able to manage from one paycheck to the next, or 1 month to the next, or manage your life without this person in it any longer. If you're walking away from that, you are going to be in the energy. The soul says, I wonder what will happen next. You're looking forward to it. You're going to be in the energy of looking forward to it. You just have to see that even though there's three milk cans that are, 2 of them are spent, other one is in threat of being tipped over. You've got 2 behind you that are still full, and it's like that's your hope right there. That's your hope of your future right there with those 2 in the other cards. It's cups, this milk cans. There's a lot of sustenance and a lot of natural goodness. Milk, right? Natural goodness to be experienced, to be had, because you're the teacher of nature, natural, grounding, authenticity, and abundance. You have it within you to manifest. With the Knight of Wands, that's you going, yee-haw, getting on your horse there and looking to lasso a cow, right, in the field, on the acreage or whatever. Yeah, you are looking for your next bounty of goodness, right? Your next bounty of goodness. Lassoing that. And it's the Knight of Wands who goes after things. The Knight of Wands is the energy of I pursue. I'm spontaneous. I'm ignited. I'm all fired up. I seek that which I want. I look for it, and I get it. Okay, that's the important thing. I don't just seek, I get it. And we got the Wheel of Fortune again. Look what you're pursuing. You're pursuing again a double energy of Wheel of Fortune. This is very important to you. This destiny of abundance, abundance and prosperity, being grounded and being authentic. What is it like to be authentic? It's you live your truth, whatever your truth is. Here, that whatever your truth is, you live that in a way that doesn't harm you or anyone else. You live your truth, and you show up. You don't show up with a mask on, trying to be somebody who you are not. You are who you have come to learn who you really are, whatever that is to you. But know that you are powerful. You are powerful, and that you have a destiny that has everything to do with being happy. Happy and fulfilled. Satisfied and illuminated. You know, you're just like, you're going to be in so much conversation about this that it's going to ignite you into pursuing more of it, more of what it is that this conversation with these people or whatever your information you're seeking, you're going to be able to put your old ways away, forgiving the situation, the people, yourself, because you know that once day breaks, there's goodness on your horizon. It's all called the Wheel of Fortune. So the soul is trying to point to you that you are destined to have abundance, prosperity, and happiness. Being authentically happy, feeling joyful and good from the inside out, because you're making drastic changes from going from lack-mindedness. I don't have the relationship I want. I don't have a relationship. I don't have the money I need or want. I don't have the kind of job or the education I need to have in order to be able to pursue what it is that you'd like to experience in your life for work or career. I don't have the health I need. Because I've, let's say, because I have asthma, I can't, go scuba diving. And that's something that you've always wanted to do. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to, but I'm just coming up with this kind of things that we think about, is that we let for example, our health conditions limit us so badly that we start making excuses for why we can't do many things that other people say, well, why can't you? Just because you got asthma, or just because you got, just because you've got diabetes, you can still go to that ice cream shop down the road, because they specialize in, they also have regular ice cream that's filled with sugar, but they specialize in sugar-free ice cream. I don't know what that tastes like, but just an idea. But look at the Four of Wands, like you are like gabbing it up with a friend and finding ways, like brainwashing ways. Brainstorming. Oh my God, Corey. Okay, brainstorming ways to bring in more good times and happiness into your life, under your roof, so to speak. Yeah, into your life. The High Priestess. That's you. That's your soul saying, you just get in touch with me, girl or guy. You get in touch with me, and I'll lead you to all your happiness. You do not need to worry. Just find the strength and courage to forgive the way that life was for you before, being in lack-mindedness, and come to me and say, hey, I feel like I have this bill coming up that I need money, and I don't have the money for it. What can I do? How can you help me? To your soul, to your God, the God within, to your soul. What can I do? How can you help me with this? How can we solve this problem? You sit in quiet contemplation, like she is in the cornfield here. She's sitting quietly, and she's tapping into her inner sanctity, her inner well of knowingness, being grounded. Like she's sitting right on the earth, very grounded here. Being her authentic self, being open to spirit while sitting on the earth. So she's in balance between what is above her and what is below her. That's what being in balance is, and that's what leads you to your destiny and great fortune, in whatever form that looks like to you. And then we have the Empress, and look at you. I mean, you're not only, being open to spirit, right, and being open to Mother Earth, Gaia, you become a mother yourself. Balanced. You're balanced in that higher evolutionary energy of I have grown through my challenges and obstacles. I have grown. I've become much more balanced and stable. I'm grounded in my reality, in this 3D reality that yes, I can't resist the fact that I have to do something else in order to be able to create prosperity in my life. I can't continue to deny the reality that I am faced with this health issue, so that I can get with people who can help me manage it, control it, so that I can continue to do things that I can do things that I would love to do, but I've been limiting myself back from being able to have these experiences in my life because I have that health issue, or I have lack of funds, or I don't have someone to do it with, or I don't have, the right kind of job, or, whatever it is for you, right? You are no longer limiting yourself with those ideas that you're lacking something. When everything that you want is within you. You just have to tap into your higher knowing, the high priestess. All will be revealed to you when you connect with Spirit and Mother Earth. You find that nice balance, and that balance, like the universe wants everything to be in balance. That's why when you become a magnet to something negative, it will provide you with that very thing that you have your mind set on. That is, it's negativity. You'll get more things to be negative about. It wants to, and the other goes the other way with the positive stuff. So the universe loves balance. So when you're in balance, the universe loves balance. Loves it. They'll love you up. So much so, you'll be impregnated with all really fantastic, destiny fulfilled, fortune and abundance, because you're now an authentic empress. You're living who you really are. Your soul is saying you'll become who it is. The very embodiment of the connection between Mother Earth and Father Spirit. Mother Earth and Father Spirit creates, right? Creates through us. We are that connection, that this human being, that one that lives in this reality as a human being, but spiritual. You find that balance. You're the connection between Father Heaven, Father Sky, whatever, Father God and Mother Earth, and coming together, you are become impregnated with fantastic opportunities and abilities to manifest with great mastery, which is what an empress is. Manifesting with great mastery with the high priestess in your pocket, which is your soul guiding you, and you going to it for help and guidance. That is what you're going to be experiencing, a life full of so much wish fulfillment. The star is on the back with the lovers, the Eight of Pentacles, that's you working hard, mastering that which is what it is that you want to really experience. You don't want to experience slack. You want to master the ability to manifest abundance and prosperity and all good things, including complete and utter happiness from the inside out. So pile 3, please like and subscribe. That's what I got for you today. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.